Well, I'm Beth Carol Hunley,
Pam Williams,
Ellen Marar,
Jasmine Cage,
and I am the community organizer at Fish Hospitality Pantries.
Executive Director of the Davis Family YMCA at Jefferson Park.
I work in the garden here at the Davis YMCA.
Community Gardens Coordinator for the Kanzler YMCA in East Knoxville.
She came to volunteer and she really loved being at the pantry.
I became friends with Lissy when she discovered that we have a community giving garden here at the Davis Y, where we donate all the food that we grow to area food banks.
She came back just to see what we're doing. She'd seen the big sign up front, and so she wanted to know what we did with all the produce that we grew. And I said, well, we donate it to local food pantries. And she said, well, I volunteer at the Fish Food Pantry 2 days a week, and they would love to have some fresh produce. And she volunteered also to pick it up and deliver it.
I myself lived in a homeless shelter with my children for about 6 months. I remember the feeling of being hungry and being frightened and uncertain about where my next meal might come from. Nothing to the degree of which she experienced, and she was a 5-year-old, so I really can't imagine that kind of fear and vulnerability.
We have 3 neighborhood pantries, and this is the one in Northwest Knoxville and Scott Avenue. She manages that program, and every child who comes in to the pantry gets their own individual kid-size bag with very nutritious foods like fresh fruit and granola bars and dairy products.
I was not aware that Lissy was so involved with Fish Food Pantry and her dedication to make sure that everybody that she meets has the same opportunity to have healthy, fresh, organic food.
We do this as part of the Y's mission for social responsibility, and so we're trying to give back to the community, and we like to give back where our members have a heart, and Lissy really has a heart for fish pantries.
It was inspirational to see somebody who would face that kind of adversity now turning around, and she's done very well in life. She certainly doesn't have to do what she does. I showed up at the food pantry in the morning, and she was there, and she had completely lost her voice. Completely. She had laryngitis, and she could barely whisper, and she was still there doing her thing. And you see it when you're there with her. Everyone that comes in the door knows her. Some of these people have been coming for a while. The children know her. They run up and give her a hug. She knows all of the other volunteers.
When she was about 4 years old, her father was pressed into service in the German army, but her mother was sent off to a camp in Russia, and Lissy and her older brother were also sent with their grandmother and some cousins to a work camp. She had very little food to eat, not enough to really subsist on or to thrive. Her grandmother gave her food because Lissy was 4 years old and she had another cousin who was young too, and it was really hard on them. So the grandmother gave her food, and the grandmother died. So because of that, because of her own, experience with hunger, and she really was hungry, it's really important to her that no child is hungry.
Lissy Myers is my hero.
You just amaze me every day, and I'm so glad that you came back to that garden that day and talked to me, and that we've made a little partnership to help support the fish pantry.
What you do makes such a difference. It's not volunteering for the sake of saying that you volunteer somewhere. It's doing something that makes a huge difference in a lot of people's lives.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We love you. We can't wait for you to get back. Sorry you're not here tonight.
Thank you.